new stuff. I don't think I can take pictures from the internet and put on your flyers, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. Then I got one about ready to go for you.
We're notifying viewers. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing this morning? Good afternoon, good afternoon. I know this is an odd time for me to be going live. I usually go live at 10 o'clock. I don't know if I'll keep being able to do it. I don't know. I mentor someone about this time every morning now, or on Tuesdays now. So mentorships are when, hello Larissa, hello Danny. Happy not Monday anymore, right? So mentorships is where you meet with me one-on-one. And so usually we meet at the same time like if it's Tuesdays at 10 or Wednesdays at, 8:30. So when I meet on Wednesdays it's 8:30. And so we meet almost every week. We'll take a week off. We meet like 3 times, take a week off for however long the contract is. And so I'm mentoring someone now on Tuesdays morning. So I'm not sure if I'll change my live time until noon or what it is. Gotta make that money. Y'all know how that is. All right, let's get some. You're so sweet, Kara. I thought I was kind of dragging butt, so I appreciate Kara saying that. My day started very early today, and I've already had 3 very long, very intense appointments. Now I'm rolling into this. So Kara said I was looking bright-eyed. I appreciate that because, yeah, definitely felt like I was dragging butt a little bit. All right, this is going to be for Sissy. I saw her throwing out share my live like crazy. I appreciate you. Sissy, are you in my calendar coming up? I thought I remembered seeing your name. Okay, we're done. All right, Miss Sissy. Oh, yes. Miss Sissy, I'm hearing, okay, outside of the cards, I'm hearing that you're kind of stuck, and I'm sorry for that. But the reason I was smiling about it is because just the way Spirit was showing me, it's like you need to move forward, but you're just trying to kind of process. There's something in my hair here. Is there something in my hair? Look, you don't even realize those things. Is there something in my hair, Dee? Can you see it?
Can't see it.
Huh, maybe it's just me. You need to move forward, but you're kind of stuck. And sometimes it's okay to be stuck, Miss Sissy. You have to process where you are. You have to process the emotions and what's going on in your life before you can move forward. So it's okay to feel like you're stuck for a moment. This is what I call one of those moments where you're just standing still for a moment and processing. You just can't pitch a tent there. Now, the first card, the reason I know all this is because when this reading came up, I asked Spirit, I was like, what are we talking about? Which is a whole other thing. I was mentoring someone, and I learned so much. I've learned as much mentoring as I teach. But someone this morning, I'm sorry, just a moment. My dogs were cussing, and so there was someone in my driveway. We live on a street where there should be no one in my driveway. It's a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac. You hear our dogs cussing. So whenever this morning I was talking to the person I was mentoring, I said something about the Spirit, and they were like, who exactly are you talking about when you say Spirit? So I asked Spirit what this reading meant for you, and it's just an encouragement that you need to start trying to push your way forward a little bit, Sissy, and move out of that stuck energy in which you're in. Makes sense because the first card is the Ace of Cups. The Ace, you have to think about the Ace is the beginning of that suit. So it's the beginning of kicking off. Oh my goodness. Odin. Hera, knock it off. Hera. That was Hera. Yep. Hera. Y'all hear her talking back to me? That's always going to be Hera. Odin is going to be the one knocking me down. Hera is the one who talks back. Okay, so she just had to get that one last woof. The Ace is really about starting a new journey, and the cups is about love and compassion. And I'm hearing it's about really having love and compassion for yourself to really start honing in on your spirituality and your intuition. And it's the reason I know that's because it's the ace, which is the beginning, but the suit is the cups. You're going to have to put the death to death. Death card does not usually mean, I prefer the death card over the tower card, just so we're clear. I much prefer that death card. It just means you're putting to rest a belief system that no longer serves you. There is a belief, a want you have that no longer serves you, that you need to put to rest. You need to really sit in meditation and look at the beautiful blessings you have around you. Contemplate just the journey that your life has been up until now. And we're ending with the Hierophant. I love the I love most of the major arcana. But the Hierophant is about institutions and tradition. You're putting to death a belief system. You're sitting in meditation, really sitting with what serves you. And the next is the Hierophant, which honestly, it's giving me a different take on it than it normally does. There is a way that you think things should work. Those traditions, the institutions, the society rules, there's a way in your head that you feel like things should be working in your life right now because of societal norms, and it's not working out that way. And that's okay. You're being called to move past that to higher octave. These are those moments in your life, I'm not going to lie to you, Miss Sissy, they're not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say that when you're putting to death a way that you think things should be, that there's not a huge amount of processing that goes along with that. And it's okay. It's okay to sit with that and journal about it. This is where a lot of my mentorships come from, is where people are feeling stuck and they're feeling like, okay, this is not the way I thought my life would turn out. This is not the way I feel like people should be behaving in my life, and really working out why we are where we are in our lives. On the other side of that, I know it's hard to see. If you can take that energy to the higher octave, on the other side of that is beauty and grace and a lot of blessings. But until you get to that other side and see that, it's very difficult. I completely get it. Thank y'all for this sticker. Thank y'all for liking and sharing my live. All right. There's a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. Yes, ma'am, there is. All right, let's see here. Jen, that just reminded me, seeing your name. I need to get my social media person, see if she has finished my artwork for that event that I have coming up May 23rd, or March 23rd. I need to start getting that advertised. It's going to be here in town. All right, this is for Prissy and Anna. Hello, Mother Earth. Right there. I said stop. Y'all are probably, what is she looking at? I like to look at the cards as they come out. Wow, lots of fast moving energy in a good way. So this is for Prissy and Anna. Lots of fast moving energy. It's positive. The first one I see is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is, you see how it's an infinity sign, and it's like you can feel like they're trying to balance it. The two is always going to be about balance and duality. The Pentacles is really about managing your time. So you want to take a look at really managing your time and making sure that you have time for yourself and teamwork. And you're taking time to appreciate those who are around you. I'm feeling that if you weren't already busy enough, because that's what this card is telling me, that you need to take time to really negotiate your timelines, where you're spending your time. You want to make sure that you are leaning into others, you are delegating when you can, because you're going to have a lot more fast-moving energy coming your way and a lot more things you're going to be responsible for. Like, Prissy and Anna is like, holy hell, I have enough going on. That's why you have to start delegating. You're going to have to move some stuff off your plate, Miss Christina, because you're going to have some more things coming your way. Things in your life are about to speed up. I'm feeling positivity behind it. You can tell I'm kind of smiling because I feel a lot of positive energy behind this. I don't think it's going to be negative things coming your way that you're going to have to make room for. But things are going to start speeding up. When I ask for, what is this? I'm going to pull another card just because I want more clarification. The card I get is the Page of Swords, which is really about new ideas and new knowledge, which tells me you're going to be, there's something that you want to start. This Page of Swords tells me, it's new ideas, it's creativity, it's curiosity, it's wanting to learn something new. So this tells me this speeded up knowledge or energy is from you. But I want clarification. I'm going to pull another card. Okay, another sword, which is the Ten of Swords, which is, okay, so it's reiterating what came in the beginning of the reading. Remember, at the beginning of the reading, I was talking about you're really going to have to find time. You're going to have to start delegating, lean into the teamwork. You're going to be collaborating with other people that you're going to have to delegate things to, because you're going to have some speeding up energy that's going to be something that you want to start. And then when I said I wanted clarification, it was the Ten of Swords, which is about endings, and unfortunately it's also about betrayal and wounds. So you're going to be going through a lot of closing down of life cycles and opening up of new ones. And I know that sounds fabulous, but usually when we close down a cycle, that typically comes with a little bit of pain and understanding things from a new perspective. It feels a lot like the way Sissy was, how she has to start looking at things in a new perspective. But for you, Prissy Nana, what this is telling me is you're going to start seeing people, you're going to be triggered. You're going to be triggered and you're going to be reminded of who people actually are. There's been some people in your life that have maybe not been who you really needed them to be in your life, but you forgave them, you thought you had moved forward. You're going to be triggered and realize who they actually are. You do have some positive energy coming your way where you're going to be very creative and starting a new pathway. But remember, when you start something new, you have to make room for it. You have to make room for it. If you want to start something new, you have to make room for it. You're going to have to be pushing things out of the way, delegating some things, and moving stuff to the side so you can make room for these new opportunities. You're going to have a next very busy 4 months, what I'm hearing, Miss Nana. Prissy Nana. All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking my, sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Tomorrow at noon, if anyone is interested, or if you are already in my Divine Collective group, we are going to be playing with some cards. You can bring your own, or just come and be read. If you have your own cards, bring them. And I'm sorry, I see the pictures of my daughters up in the corner. I usually try to not get my family online. I don't know if y'all even noticed that. I usually try to keep my family off social media. And there they were. Did you see that? Did you notice that, Dee? A picture of them was up in the corner. It's on my bookshelf. All right. Should we do psychic right now, or should we do spirit led? What are we feeling? Oh, let's answer some of these psychic coming through. Everyone is like spirit led. There's a couple of psychic questions. Let me answer those real quick and then we will move on to spirit led. Geraldine, will I make any good friends at my work orientation this Saturday? Okay, what are y'all feeling about that? Is Geraldine gonna make any good friends at my work orientation this Saturday? What are y'all feeling? Okay, very good. There are some people on here saying, not right away, yes, 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 yes. So I'm feeling that there's going to be a couple of people you're really going to click with, and it's going to be the beginning of some beautiful friendships. So are you going to make some good friends? You are going to make some friends, but it's going to be the beginning of it, right? Because in one day you can't really make true and try friendships, but it's going to be the beginning of, and there's one person in particular I see you being good friends with. She's very funny, and you just click with her right away. And you almost see her. It's like you're drawn to her. You see her and she's laughing, and you can tell she has a great personality, and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to get to know this person better. And y'all have a past life connection, and y'all are going to be very good friends in the end. I do not do palm readings. So for palm readings, Spirit's funny. Can I exhale? Oh. Okay, let's answer this for Kara. She says, can I exhale in this relationship? So what does that mean? Can she exhale? So can she kind of relax into it? You know, sometimes relationships, especially if you're older and you've had a few relationships, you kind of are evaluating it. Right? The whole relationship, we're like, is this person who they say they are? Can I trust what they're saying? All of that thing. So Kara is wanting to know, can she exhale in this relationship? Which means, can she relax into this relationship and trust it for what she thinks it is? Does that make sense? Yes. Yes. What are you getting, Dee?
Yes.
I'm getting yes also. Okay, so Miss Sweet Kara, I'm getting as I leaned into it that I was like, why is she questioning this? And that's how, as a medium, that's how I get so much information. They all hear me say all the time, I'm a nosy medium. I ask questions. You follow the energy. So I'm hearing that you understand, like your intuition is telling you that it's okay and you can relax into it, but you've kind of been burned in the past, which I get. And you're also, I know Kara a little bit, and she's crazy intuitive, but like some of us, Kara can get stuck into that analysis paralysis. I'm sure everyone is quite familiar with that. And if everyone's like, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, I'll say you're lying. Because we've all been there. So at some point where we want to trust our intuition, but we also want it to be proven. We just want a memo or a sticky note or something. And also this guy that you're in this relationship with, Kara, I'm feeling he's hard to read. He's a little bit standoffish and he's hard to read. And that has nothing to do with you. It just has to do with his personality. But I do get when you're like, can I trust this? He's a good guy. One thing about him is you always know where you stand with him. I have another friend who has not really a breakup, but she was seeing someone, and I just kept saying, even though he was a jerk, he never pretended he was otherwise. So, it's not like he was saying he was someone he wasn't. He was always who he was. And the same is with the guy that you're with, Kara, that he is who he says he is. He is. Okay. What's Christina saying? Staying here with my daughter. I felt that also. Any word? Oh, someone's wanting a mediumship reading. Will my oldest and her boyfriend last? Okay. Baby Love wants to know, will my oldest and her boyfriend last? Okay, so now when someone asks that question, last is a little bit ambiguous. Last 3 months? 6 months? I'm assuming she's wanting to know, are they going to last and be in a marriage type relationship? Not necessarily get married, because not everyone believes in marriage anymore, and I don't really care about it either way. But that's what the interpretation we're going to put on that. Is Baby Love's oldest and her boyfriend going to be in a marriage type relationship? Even that, Spirit schooled me. Ah, very good. Y'all did get it. No, no, not her forever love. Not sure on that one. So, Sissy says marriage. Absolutely not. Yeah, and Baby Love is saying hopefully not marriage. It's not. So now what Spirit was showing me is when I said, are they going to be in a relationship that's a marriage or function like a marriage? Spirit was like, yeah, but no, which means it may look like they're headed in that direction. They may even move in together for a little while. And so that would be a relationship that's kind of functioning like a marriage, but it's not going to last for a long time. All right, let's do some Spirit led before we run out of time. All right, I'm going to set my intention right now. Y'all don't usually hear me do that. I usually do it in my head, but I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to ask Spirit to step up and be very concise and precise with their information. Only those that can be claimed and can be claimed quickly, I'm asking to step up today. Only those who can be claimed quickly, I'm asking to step up. I am at Spirit service today, working for the highest and greatest good. And I want to thank all spirits that are here today. All right. The first gentleman we have stepping up is a dad energy. There is a CL name around him. I'm not convinced it is his name. I'm hearing the CL name like Clarice, Clara, but I have a dad energy, so I don't think it's his name. This gentleman is showing me he was buried, and someone recently visited his grave. I hear them talking to, your mom's name was Clarice. That's funny. Okay. So with this dad energy, he showed me that he was buried. You know what? We're going to put this Clarice because there was a man and a woman stepping up, and I wasn't quite sure which one was going to take the lead. And the gentleman who first presented himself to me clairvoyantly. So I'm wondering if this Clarice wasn't the energy behind him. This gentleman is showing me that he was buried, and someone recently visited his grave. And I see these people talking. Hi, honey. Are you not working today? This gentleman is showing me that the person was at his grave talking to them. They were just having this heartfelt, what'd you bring for lunch? They were having this heartfelt conversation with him, and he was standing behind them. And it's just his way of saying that he was with them all along. These people went to his grave and felt like he was, Chili, I made you. Well, I hope it's good. For those of you watching, I'm having a conversation with my daughter. She's texting me on here. Apparently, she's on lunch. So it was his way of saying that this person talks to him all the time, and they really wanted an answer from him, and they went to his gravesite. But he's saying, I'm not there. I was with them all along. And he's also showing me, I figured that, yeah. And McKenna, you haven't changed your name. I don't know if you noticed that. I just thought about it. She got married in May. So it's always funny when your kids get married and they've had your name forever, and then all of a sudden you start seeing their name come across things, and it takes you a minute to comprehend. Oh yeah, that's my kid's name now. Oh, you did not change your last name. Yeah. Okay. This gentleman is also showing me that he was, he frequented bars, and when he was in his younger years, not, towards the end of his life, there was a bar he went to all the time and hung out with his buddies. And it was the one that they went to. He's showing me many nights a week he would get off from work, and him and his buddies would meet at this bar. He didn't have a drinking problem. I'm not saying that. He just went there and, oh my goodness, so someone said their dad's name was Cody, and he was a bouncer at the bar. So, Miss Joe 2019, was your dad buried, and have you recently or one of your siblings visited his grave and was really talking to him about a problem y'all had going on? not sure what that means. My mom is showing me. Ah, very good. All right. Let's go, Joe. Oh, okay. Miss Joe 2019. It's not letting me request you to go live. So I want you to, down at the bottom of your screen is a blue and a pink person. Click that and request to go live with me, and I will accept. It's not letting me request you. While she is, okay, I don't know if, let's see, make sure. All right, Miss Joe 2019, down at the bottom of your screen, the blue and the pink person, click it and request. Oh, there we go. Good job, honey. There you go. It can be confusing if you've never done it before. Trust me, it's a learning curve to all this mess. Hi, Joe.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So now what is your name?
My name is Josie.
Okay, so it is Joe. I wasn't sure if that was just something you had put on there.
Yeah, it's just for short.
All right, Miss Josie. So then this is your dad that I just described?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, very good. Your dad is also telling me that, is this, does he have 4 kids? He's showing me 4. What is this for? Does he have 4 kids?
4 is just my favorite number. Me and all my sisters, like 4 is just our angel number.
Very good. All of a sudden, your dad was putting, I said, okay, show me something I don't know about her. And he kept showing me 4, 4. And I was struggling. That's why I was quiet for a moment, because I was like, why are you showing me 4? Is this 4 kids? Is this the 4th month? What are we talking about?
Yeah,
And he just kept showing me 4.
that's
Okay,
funny.
so that's it. It's your angel number. Your dad is laughing because he is showing me making that number appear in very random ways for you and your sisters.
Oh yeah, I always see 444 everywhere.
Yes, he is taking and he's taking acknowledgement of that. He's also showing me you were somewhere recently. It looks like you were buying a coffee, and
Oh
you
yeah.
had an acknowledgement.
Um, in acknowledgement of
The 4th.
444. I get coffee every day. I probably could have. I see it so often.
Oh, now your dad is being funny. And I don't know why he's judging, because this man he would meet his friends for, I'm not saying he had a drinking problem, but he would meet his friends for drinks, which is expensive.
Uh-huh.
So as you're talking about having this coffee every day, I thought he was going to move on to something else. And he's like, yeah, that girl needs to be saving her money.
I know. I spend a lot of money on coffee.
Well, I'm just saying, your dad don't have no way to judge, because he spent a lot of money on beer.
Uh-huh.
He's being funny now because he said, we're not talking about me right now.
That's funny.
But he says it in a joking way, which said something about his personality. He was funny. And he would, like, if you would have, he could take it as much as he could give it. Because some people can give and joke, but they don't really like it turned on them.
Uh-huh.
He could absolutely take it.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was very funny.
Yes. Now, Josie, are you married?
I am.
He's so happy about the way that you function in that relationship. Like, you are not afraid to speak your mind, and you never, and I'm not saying you're always spoiling for a fight, because at some point in a relationship, we're always going to take a back seat, or maybe not say something we want to say just for the, I'm sorry. Josie, this is a day. Yeah, first one of my daughters was texting me here on on my live, and now another one is texting me like blowing up at me.
That's okay.
It's a day for my kids, apparently. I'm missing one, so if my other daughter is out there watching me go live, you might as well contact me, because you're super. He is talking about how you are very good at speaking your mind, and he's so proud of you. One of your sisters is in a relationship where they tend to take the back seat and not really stand up for themselves and speak their mind. Do you know which one he's talking about?
I do. Yes,
You worry about that sister a lot.
I do.
Yes, your dad is acknowledging that. And he is saying to just keep surrounding it with love. So whenever you have that worry drop in, this is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. What he's telling you to do is hard. Because you have this worry drop in, you're thinking about your sister, and he's showing me you dropping into your heart chakra and just pushing love towards your sister and that whole relationship, because you
Mm-hmm.
can't change it. All you can do is support her and love her through it.
Yes,
Now you have babies.
I do.
Mm-hmm. You want more babies?
No, we're done.
Okay, so he's showing me a new baby coming in.
That's crazy.
Was one of your sisters talking about having a baby?
I have a lot of sisters, and they very well could be having a baby.
Okay, very good. So he's showing me one who is, she's in a relationship. She's very peppy. She talks all the time. I'm seeing just great hair on her.
I know exactly which sister you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a baby around her.
Oh my, that's crazy, because I've been thinking that too.
I love it when Spirit does that. So what Spirit just did for everyone watching and for Josie is Josie has been, and this was actually for my intro to mediumship. This is one of the assignments I gave them for last week, is to think about these moments. Like this would be Josie coming to class tonight and being like, look, I don't know. I just keep seeing my sister having a baby. What's up with that? And so I would break it down and tell her why. And her dad is confirming that is information coming from Spirit. You're reading energy, Josie. You're not making it up.
Yes.
She'll make a great mom. I don't know.
Oh, I think she will too. I think she'll be a really good mom.
She is going to be an excellent mom. Real quick, your dad is also telling me that there is something that you've been wanting to learn to grow your knowledge base. And he's saying to do that.
Okay, that's good to know.
What is this?
I've been really into like energy. I follow you a lot, and just lately my intuition has just been spot on. And I've been just wanting to, I don't know, learn more about that.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, if you're interested, this is about the last night that I'll let people. Last week we had our first week of class, which we just kind of gave an overview. Didn't really. Tonight we're getting into the goods.
Yes.
So if you're interested, the class starts tonight, 6 p.m. Central Time. You can still sign up. Last week's was recorded.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and tonight I was just looking at what we're going over, and so we're getting into the goods of it, and actually how you get information from Spirit.
Okay, that's so good to know. I will look into that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Josie. You have a great day.
You too. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
I see people on here complimenting my class. I appreciate you for doing that. Where do you sign up? It's on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and it's under classes. And it's called, Dee's posting it. It's under Intro to Mediumship. We met last week, but like I said, it was just kind of an overview. This week is where we get into the goods. We really start getting into how you get information from Spirit. Like last week, we did a brief overview of where we're going to start, where we're going to end. Every week, I do a reading and break it down so you can see how I'm getting my information. And so we did that last week, but this week we will, what are we going over tonight? I was just looking at that. Oh yeah, receiving messages from clairs. Let's see, divination tools. So, and why psychic? Like what exactly is psychic information compared to mediumship? Then we're going over some divination tools because those are just kind of fun. Cards are one of them. Pendulums are another. They're just kind of fun to know about. And then we're getting into how you receive information from your clairs. All right. I want to thank Josie, her dad. Her dad's so sweet because as he was leaving, he's like, "Thank you, ma'am." And he turned around and walked off. He's so sweet. Ah, good, Sarah. Sarah's in the class. She said she can't wait to take it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, or at least I try to leave it open enough so that people ask questions and make it fun. Okay, this is a grandmother energy. This grandmother energy is stepping up, and this is where I was hearing that. Well, join us, Miss Prissy Nana. Let's sign up on the class, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium under classes. This grandmother energy, this is where I was getting that CL name from. It's Clara, Clarice, something like that. She is showing me that she was not your, I'm hearing, I tell you how I get the information. Let's sit at the table. My grandmother used to sit at the table with a Clara. All right, well, let's describe this lady and see if we can figure it out. This lady is showing me she was not your typical grandmother. She was very eclectic. My grandmother, like, mind her P's and Q's, though she could be feisty, she did it within the realm of social norms. This grandmother is showing me that she could be very loving and sweet, but she was also going to tell you if you were screwing up. And she was going to put it very plainly to you so that there was no confusion. If that makes sense. She's also showing me the color purple. I'm like, either she loved the color purple or the person she's attached to loved the color purple. But I'm seeing a lot of the color purple around her. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Okay, so now let me get down to business with this grandmother energy. This grandmother energy is showing me, I'm hearing a CL name around her, like Clara or Clarice. She is showing me that she was not your typical grandmother. She was just going to say what she meant. She wasn't going to mince words, even though she did it in a loving vibration. She's also showing me she liked the color purple. And her hair had gone pretty gray. Like, there wasn't, I'm seeing a little bit of color in there, but for the most part, it was pretty gray. She's also showing me that she must have had cataracts because she's driving, and you know those really dark glasses that people wear when they start getting cataracts. She's showing me that. Aww, looks like we're with Miss Dollar's stay-at-home mom. She says her grandmother Clarice was very blunt. She had a bunch of purple irises.
Also, Jacob Jordan.
My grandmother would definitely do that. Oh, and we see a purple butterfly all the time. Okay, very good. So now we do, thank you, Dee, for pointing that out. We have a couple of people trying to claim this lady. So this is perfect. This is exactly how a mediumship reading should work. We have a couple of people that have trying to claim her. So everything has fit. Now I'm going to go back to the spirit and tell them to give me something definitive. Now I know people watching, it's like, how could everything fit? Even the CL name that I said was Clarice or Clara fit. The way she was talking bluntly, the way that she was able to speak her truth, the way her hair was going completely gray, and the color purple. All of those have fit. And that is very specific details, especially that CL name. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I go to the spirit. I say, give me something definitive. Instantly, when I said that, she took me to her living room and she liked to watch the soaps. I don't know which soap opera it is because I did not ever watch them, but I have a knowing it's a soap. And she has a TV really loud. So if you're going to come over and visit her during her if you were going to, his favorite color is purple. Okay, Days of Our Lives was the best. Okay, we still have a bunch of people trying to claim her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm telling this lady one more time. Give me something else. Okay. Someone has some of her jewelry. She is showing me it's not worth anything, but the reason I got all of a sudden her complete energy shifted and I'm feeling the need to like grab this jewelry. Okay. Very good. Okay.
Still have 3.
Holy crap, lady. I love this spirit. I was like, holy crap, lady, give me something definitive. And she's like, okay, no, I got this. Okay, she's taking me to her funeral day. Okay, so now she's taking me to her funeral, and she was there. She was at her funeral, and it was an open casket, and someone was saying how much she would have been complaining about what she was wearing or how their makeup was. And y'all were laughing about it because y'all could just hear her voice. And she was actually in your ear that moment. And she's like, they're right. I was complaining. And so now envision this open casket. Y'all are looking in it and you're like, oh my gosh, grandma would have been having a fit over. It had something to do with the way they did her hair or makeup or what she was wearing. And it really lightened the mood because y'all were laughing over it. Okay.
Jacob.
All right. Okay, very good. Let's with Jacob here. Very good. Okay, Jacob, it's not letting me ask you to go live. So down at the bottom, Jacob, is two people. Click those people and request to go live with me. I love that. His aunt was complaining about his grandma's hair. All right. So Jacob, down at the bottom is a pink and blue person. Click on that and ask to go live with me.
It says it's access denied.
How dare them? I wonder why it says that. It's not letting me request to go live with you either. That is so weird. Do you have a private account, honey? Okay, so I will just... hi, Grizz. Hope you're feeling well. I'm doing good. I would just go ahead and read you without you going live with me. You don't have to. No, Donna, that is, I think that's my age. I was submitting my ID and it messed up somehow. Oh, okay. But no big deal, Jacob. It was just, I knew you had enough people. I just thought it was weird that it was so I was being nosy. I was trying to figure out why. So that must be it. He said it was asking for his age and it kind of messed up. Okay. So this lady, I do have to give her kudos. She was really funny. She gave me some very definitive information. And then at the end, she was hysterical because I was like, okay, you have to give me something. And she's like, I got this. And it was about something that happened at the funeral, which Jacob confirmed. Jacob, your grandmother is saying that you are very clairaudient, which means clear hearing. If you ever hear me say, I'm hearing, I said it with the name. I was like, I'm hearing a CL name. Clairaudiently, I was hearing that sound, like a Clara or a Clarice. I was hearing that cla. So that's clairaudience. You are very clairaudient, and your grandmother is saying how much she talks to you in your head. I do have to give my disclaimer that spirits will never tell you to hurt yourself or someone else. She's also telling me that it's time for you, Jacob, to start owning who you are. Now, personally, just tapping into you, it feels like energetically you're pretty good about stepping into society in the way you want. But she's pulling me back, like there's a piece of you who doesn't fully embrace who you are and how you want to present on this planet. And she is saying it's time for you to start doing that. She's also telling me that there is someone around you who you've been kind of wondering about. Like you're not sure they're as good of a friend as you think they are. And your grandmother's being very funny. She's like showing you holding the person by the pants and kicking them to the curb. Your intuition has been telling you there's someone around you who you're just not sure. Like, are they really who you say they are or who they say they are? And she's saying, listen to your intuition, honey. You know they're not. Thank you for confirming. Thank you for confirming. She's also telling me to go back to school. My best friend, she treats me differently. You know, something about her has changed. I was just asking your grandmother, I was like, well, has she always been that way? And your grandmother said no, that she has changed. She's starting to navigate this earth in a little bit different manner. And it's like she's trying to shed some of her old skin, and that feels like you're part of it. But Jacob, you are someone like once you have friends now. I have to go to Cosmic. I dropped out and have to go back. Yes, go back. Please go back. You just don't know how important it is for people to have good hair. Did you put that link to my classes in the comment?
I did.
Okay, can you do it again? Prissy Nana's asking, not trying to bug you, but I'm trying to find your classes. You're not bugging me, honey.
I put it in right after that.
Oh, really? It didn't show up on my end. Oh, you are nothing to be sorry about. So definitely go back to school, Jacob. Your grandmother is showing me that you start trying something and you kind of get pulled back. Oh, links won't show in the comments. Huh.
Always did.
I thought so. And she is saying that she sent you the butterflies. Oh, he says he does start something and then he gets nervous. She's like, no, honey, step into that fear. You are well supported on the other side. And she sends you the butterflies. All right, I'm going to answer some of these questions. Y'all are going to see D kind of, because I have my phone here. And D's on my phone. Y'all see D? So let me go to where I need to go. Okay. Y'all still see her in the comments. Let me put in Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. D's. Okay.
See if it'll do it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just Google myself. Christy Godwin. Oh, there I am. Okay. Psychic Medium. All right. There's my website. Y'all can see it's my website because it's a picture of me coming up. That picture needs to be changed. I wonder where it is because that's the old one. Okay, so instantly, do you want to sign up for a newsletter? Do that and close. And then up here is the hamburger. You click on the hamburger. And then it says classes. You click on classes.
Did it show up that time? I did something different.
Okay, so then here's this intro to mediumship class, and it tells you the days. I am going to be changing a day, which I need to do March 4th. We're going to put at the end because it's Fat Tuesday, and I always have a party, so I don't know why I was scheduling that. Okay, so then it says register now. And when you register, there it is. It takes you to the sign-in page. Now, someone asked about PayPal. PayPal is just my, I got it. I'm using my phone. Okay. It's there now. Okay. Someone said it was there now. Oh, there it is. I do see it now. Yeah. PayPal is just my processing company. You don't have to have a PayPal account. It's just my processing company. You know how you go to somewhere and you'll swipe your card? There is a behind the scenes company that is it the 5 weeks? It is the 5 weeks. We've already done 1 week, but that's recorded and we really didn't do anything. So we'll start tonight with the goods. It's just, like I said, a processing company. Someone has to process that through the bank, and PayPal is mine. All right, we are going to continue on. All right, I have a young man stepping up, and he's laughing when I said that. No, there's no coupons. Sorry. Not for this one. I'm hearing the name Antonio with him. You're welcome, honey. Okay, so Antonio, he is showing me that he is. I had to stop. No, we talk about this. I know, Miss Prissy Nana. I know. About getting your ego out of the way. Because instantly, Antonio, something comes to mind whenever You think of the name Antonio. And everything that comes to mind when you think of like that Italian East Coast, it came to mind when he said his name. I was like, do I have this wrong? I'm not hearing an East Coast accent, but he's definitely showing me that he had Italian heritage, that he was had that darker Italian complexion and he had dark hair. He also showed me that he was very, I would say he was built. He went to the gym. He didn't over exercise. He didn't overdo it. It wasn't like he was like, look at me, but he still went to the gym and took care of himself. He was very kind-hearted. For all of his arrogance, which he was, but he was still very sweet. He keeps talking about he was taught to respect his elders. So he came from that traditional household where he was taught to respect his elders. I want to thank everyone who live with you a couple of weeks ago and he said, thank you, Baby Love. Thank you. So Baby Love says that she was on a YouTube live with me a couple of weeks ago and you asked if I had a grandbaby. Just found out her oldest is pregnant. Thanks for confirming that. And congratulations, Baby Love. Congratulations. Okay. This gentleman came from a very traditional family of, he shows me coming in the door and it's his mom. There's a female in the kitchen cooking. It's either his mom or his grandmother. He is showing me his house being loud. Hi, Rocky. His house is loud and there was a lot of people in it. It was like very family oriented. Lots of family in and out. Lots of family in and out. His friends also were treated like family. Okay, so let me recap. I have this gentleman here. He is showing me he passed probably in his 40s. He was still young. She is, I'd love to hear from my mom if she went to the other side since her passing. We don't understand. Everyone goes to the other side, honey. Okay. This gentleman is showing me, I'm hearing the name Antonio around him, comes from an Italian family, very Catholic. He is showing me having to be in the pew. It looks like they went on a Saturday night because he's showing me sitting there worshiping and then getting out and going out with his friends. He is showing me that his grandmother or mom, there is an Italian picked up on weeks ago, they didn't get claimed. He is persistent. I don't remember that. Do you remember that, Dee? Good on you, Chelsea. I do not remember.
Wow.
Okay, because Chelsea said there is an Italian Antonio you picked up weeks ago that didn't get claimed. He's persistent. Yep, East Coast. Did Antonio pass young? I don't, look at you people. I do not remember that. I don't know how y'all remember. He wasn't extremely young. I would say 30s, maybe 40s. But to me, that's young. But not that he is a baby. I don't remember. I thought we got him claimed at the end. Didn't he wear a club jacket?
I gotta go, Christy.
All right, bye, Dee. Have fun. Okay, no, not your grandfather. Can you repeat? Absolutely. Okay, I have an Antonio here. This Antonio is showing me that he was Italian. He comes from a straight Italian family, very Catholic. He is showing me no matter what, you had to be in church. And he is showing me he would go to church on off times because he's showing me being in church, dressed to go. Oh, his niece claimed him. Okay. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. I don't know how you remember that. And I was going to say, this guy isn't giving me the East Coast accent. He was being very specific about that he is not giving me the East Coast accent. He was Italian, but he is not giving me the East Coast accent. He is showing me that he did pass young. His family was very much in the hospitality industry. Lots of cooking around this guy. Like, I thought it was the grandmother cooking in the kitchen, but it's not just her kitchen. He is showing me, I'm not sure if they all worked in the same restaurant or they owned a restaurant, but he is very much showing me they were in the hospitality industry. This guy is also showing me such a kind heart. And let me tell you, this man came from a Bizenja, I think. He was murdered by his girlfriend's boyfriend and niece. And then took his own life. I do remember that. Now that I remember, Danny. I do remember that. Okay, and so this gentleman is also showing me that you had to respect your elders. Can't wait to go to YouTube and watch this live. It's recorded, right? I hate to keep asking questions, but can't we go? Okay, so this specific live will be uploaded to YouTube within probably the next 5 days. Okay, I'm going to recap. It's been a little bit disjointed because I keep answering questions in between. So I'm going to do an overall recap. We're going to see if we can get this guy claimed. If not, we'll move on. I'm seeing this gentleman. He died pretty young. No problem. He died in his 30s, maybe 40s. He is showing me, Antonio, he was you do not have to shut up, Nana. You stop that. I'll take all your comments and questions. He was very much a fit guy. He was very good looking. He was very charming. He wasn't, though he was a family man, he was a family man when it came to respecting his elders, understanding that family was very important, really knowing that his wife was going to be his forever wife. He wasn't especially faithful to her. He's also showing me that he was raised to respect your elders. He's also showing me that his family they were cooks and they did a lot of cooking for other people, either in a restaurant or in a volunteer capacity. He was always in church when he was supposed to be, and he is showing me he went at off times because he's in church dressed to go out, and he would leave church and then go out. Okay, does this gentleman fit anyone? I know. I'm hoping this person does too, because y'all heard me set the intention up front. I did not want any spirits who could not be claimed stepping up, and everyone else did a really good job. All those spirits were claimed immediately. And so this guy is like, I'm trying. All right, I don't see him being claimed here. I was about to kick him out, and he said one more thing. He's actually showing me 2 more things. It's a grandfather energy or great-grandfather. Close ties to actually Italy. So when he came over here, like my family has been here in the States since the late 1600s, early 1700s. They came much later because he has shown me close ties to Italy. He's also showing me the neighborhood in which he lived. Wherever he lived was his community. Like it was a bunch of Italians in this neighborhood. All right. Doesn't look like we're going to get this guy claimed. I know. He is trying so hard. He has given me so much information. Oh my goodness. He's given me a ton of information. I feel bad to let him go, but I think I'm going to have to. No one's taking you, dude. It doesn't happen often, though, baby love. It doesn't happen often. Yes, I will recap on him and then we're going to let him go. Okay, so this gentleman is showing me he had a name like Antonio, Anthony or Antonio. He was very Italian, though it wasn't East Coast Italian. He makes me feel like he lived in a different part of the United States. He died young, his late 30s into his 40s. He is showing me that his family was in the restaurant business, that they cooked for big numbers of people, either in a volunteer capacity or in a restaurant capacity. Okay, all of a sudden, I got this kind of angry surge, which I don't. And for a moment, I was sitting with myself like, Christy, what is going on? Whoever he belongs to has thought about claiming him. And there's a little bit of piece of information that in their head didn't fit. So y'all backed off. And he is saying, no, that is me. So whoever it was who was about to claim him, and I said something that you thought, oh, wait a minute. No. Yeah, he is getting frustrated. He's saying he belongs to you. Okay, he is showing me that he was in church. He would go to church at off times in Catholic. He was there all the time, and he would even like go to church on Saturdays and leave and go out. His keeps going back to this restaurant, or his family was big into cooking, and they either cooked for volunteer capacity all the time, or they cooked for a restaurant, because he is showing me being in a commercial setting cooking. He's also showing me that wherever he lived was a community. It was let's just say I live here in Omaha. There is an area that's called Little Italy. So it was an area like that. They lived in an area that was mostly Italians. He is showing me that he was pretty close. Like the generation before him came over here. Like I was saying, my family has been here in the States since the late 1600s, early 1700s. And this person is saying that the person is on here. They are sissy. They absolutely are. And I think that's his frustration is that the people have not, Albert, my grandpa, it could be Albert, my grandpa. His mom was a cook at a casino. Were they Italian, Jenna? Okay, Jenna, I'm going to ask you to go live, but let's see. Let's see if this is him. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. So,
Oh, awesome.
your grandfather was Italian,
Yes, he was.
and he hadn't been here very long. Like your family has not been here in the States for a long time. Is that correct?
Correct. His mom, my great-grandmother, came over through Ellis Island.
Okay, very good. So for those of you listening, that fits because I said the generation before him had come over, that he hadn't been on this in this country like generations and generations. He is also, what else did he tell me? Oh, he died kind of young.
So that was actually the only thing that didn't really fit. He died like in his late 80s. I would say that he has kind of a young soul though, like he was always acting younger than what he was when he was here, but
He was kind of a little
yeah.
man when he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely shrunk, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, he was a little man. Okay, now I want you to hold your grandfather there in your thoughts for a moment. Did he have a brother that passed young or a child? He's showing me another male around him that passed young. It's either a brother or a child.
I don't believe so.
I want you to ask around in your family and then get back to me.
Okay.
Not that I don't trust you, Jenna, but you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have our family with all these histories that we're not really familiar with. Okay, Miss Jenna, he is telling me you're in school.
No, I'm not. I'm 28, so I'm out of school now.
Okay, and you have a bachelor's degree?
Yes,
Do you have a master's?
I do.
Mm-hmm. And I know what you're going to say, but if you've ever heard me talk, I work for Spirit, so I'm going to tell you what he's saying.
Mhm.
Have you ever thought about going back for your PhD?
Yes, I totally
Okay.
have. Wow.
I thought you were going to be like, I am not going back to school. I am so done with it.
No, I would actually love to.
He's very much encouraging you to do so, and I get it. PhDs are, ugh, they're expensive, but there is what you want to accomplish and what you want to do. You really need it. You just need the street cred.
Yeah. No, I feel that. That's kind of why I've been wanting to go back too.
And he's saying to do it now, to do it now. Your life in your early 30s is going to get very busy.
Hmm.
And he is saying to do it now and get it out of the way. He's also acknowledging how proud he is of you. And he has that kind of pride that I get around people like you. There's not very many people in your family that has gone as far in education as you have.
Wow.
And he's very proud of that. Like you are breaking the mold. He's also acknowledged, have you been having problems with one of your feet hurting?
Um, kind kind of. It was like at the bottom of my heel, and it was super random because I've never felt that before. And it lasted for like 3 days, and I don't have it anymore, but that is kind of random.
Yeah, so as you're saying that, I am talking to your grandfather about what is this? Now, his answer is also pretty random but it tells me that you must be very into spirituality things, past lives, and that kind of stuff. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, because what he is telling me is that pain was from a past life. And for a spirit to tell me that, I mean, you don't really know me. Once someone gets a comfort with me, of course we'll go into past lives. Of course we'll go into all of that, but you don't know me. You've never had a reading with me before. And so for him to delve into past lives, it's like, oh, this girl must be really interested in that kind of stuff. There's
Oh,
a
that's so interesting.
lot of those energies at play from past lives in this current life. Now, why is he talking about this? It is because you are going to look back over your life and you will have already noticed it that you have cycles that will shut down, then you'll start something new. That will shut down and you'll start something new. And it's because you're such an old soul that you're wrapping up lessons from these past lives and then you move on to something else.
Oh, that's cool.
Your grandfather is telling me that you have an awareness. You might use different terminology than what I'm about to use, but you have an awareness that something is going on. You're like, oh yeah, man, I'm going to learn this lesson this time because I'm not doing it again.
Mhm.
You might use different words, but you have that awareness about you. Have you noticed that?
A little bit for sure. Or I've been more aware of like situations that trigger me, and then I'm like, oh, this feels like X, Y, and Z that happened in my past, and
Yes.
that like now I'm gonna handle it differently. The older I get, the more I feel that way.
Yes, that's exactly different terminology and the same thing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to go through your life and always have those feelings because you're here to close down a lot of those lessons. Now, I asked him because I was curious. It's like, where does this heel injury come from? He is showing me, okay. Have you ever, I don't know if you've ever researched Native Americans or if you have a love for that kind of history. Are you interested in Native Americans? Are you drawn to that?
Um, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily drawn to it, but I love learning about other cultures and traditions. So it's
Mm.
not just like Native American specific, but I am like more aware than I think other people when it comes to like actively learning about other cultures.
He's showing me that, and I don't really know. Apparently, there was a name for this march, and I'm sad I don't know the name of it, but he's showing me you're with a group of Native Americans and y'all are being forced to walk across the land and you don't have any shoes on.
Oh, wow.
And that's where that heel injury keeps coming from. So now whenever someone comes to me, I know you're not here for a past life reading, but when someone comes to me for a past life reading, we talk about it. If it's not something that you can really feel that resonates in your life right away, I tell them to let spirits drop in synchronicities. So in the next, I would say 7 to 10 days, pay attention to all of a sudden Native American history or culture is going to be dropped in front of you. Things that are unusual that you didn't expect to happen. And that's going to be confirmation that what I'm telling you is true.
Oh, wow.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time today, Jenna.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Sarah Trail. Is that what it was called? Oh, at Sarah Trail. Walk of Tears. Trail of Tears. Is that what it was called? Trail of Tears. I know, as you're sitting with that, I was like, oh, that makes me feel like, I can feel that, the horrendousness of that moment. All right. I want to thank everyone who has been with me today. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you. I will be live again. I'm not really sure. I have a schedule out there. I can't remember if it's tomorrow or Thursday, but I'll be out. For those of you who are going, let's see, did any of you, I was going to see if y'all registered, if you don't want to register for the class. We do have the second class that starts tonight for Intro to Mediumship. If y'all are interested in starting on that, it is, oh no, are we done? We are done. Yes, I've been at it tomorrow at 3:30. Thank you, baby love. I'll be live tomorrow at 3:30. I am done. I've been at it for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yep, I have to go do some work. Got some appointments going on. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Thank you for following me, and I will see you tomorrow at 3:30 apparently. All right. Bye.